Good morning, everyone. It is currently 6:30 in the morning on January 22nd, 2021. I just finished binging season 2 of Camp Cretaceous. I am extremely tired because I had to wait till 3 in the morning to be able to watch it right away. I am tired. But that was awesome. Seriously. That was way better than the first season. A lot of callbacks that I noticed that referenced at least the original Jurassic Park, especially with Rexy, T-Rex. Um, and also a few things that definitely were from Jurassic Park 3, especially with the Ceratosaurus. They had to get the Ceratosaurus design in there from JP3, which was awesome. Let's see, what else was there? There was also Rexy's behavior in episode 6, I believe it was, when she was looking under the table for Darius and Sam and moving it around. That was very much like with Tim in the Jeep. Actually, I just finished watching Jurassic Park before I watched Camp Cretaceous, so I think that it was fresh in my mind. That's kind of why it reminded me of that scene. But the compies were scary in this season. They made them threatening again, which I loved. They have not been threatening since they killed Dieter Stark in Jurassic Park 2 The Lost World. I had to think of it for a second, which movie that was, even though I know it off the top of my head. Again, made them scary, which was nice because they were always just the butt of a joke. Oh, compies, no big deal. Even in season 1 of Camp Cretaceous, they weren't that big of a deal because, yeah, you only saw them once in a while and they only had one group attack, but they didn't really attack. In episode 5, oh, right, spoilers. I forgot to say spoiler alert. This will be a spoiler review. Um, Sorry if I forgot to mention that earlier. Uh, but they surround Ben and he fucking goes nuts. Oops, sorry, excuse language. Like I said, I'm tired and I'm pumped. I just finished watching the series before recording this. They made them a threat again. Now, if you know The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and you've actually read the book, both Jurassic Park books, now they even reference it in the show, compies have a venomous bite. So, if they killed Dieter Stark, imagine what they could do to Ben. Yes, the little girl in the beginning of The Lost World Jurassic Park did survive, but that's because adults had gotten to her right away. Dieter Stark was alone. Ben was alone. He got lucky. Though I think he lost his mind a little bit, but that's warranted considering what he went through by himself after he fell off the monorail at the end of season 1. Toro was nice to see back, and episode 5, definitely the best episode out of season 2. Yeah, you follow Ben till, I think the very end, the last minute. It's all of Ben's time after he fell off the monorail. So, definitely the highlight of that episode was his. It was nice to see Toro back. Just that quick little scare. That's all I thought it was going to be. But when he goes after Toro with a spear alone, that just seemed like stuff that sounds more like it's from the books. I know I've read the books, but I don't believe that actually happens in the book where anyone fights a Carnotaurus with a spear. And again, awesome fight. Because it is at least 15 I don't know their exact ages. I think 15-year-old going against a fully grown Carnotaurus that his other friends burnt to a crisp at the end of season 1. I'm surprised he even survived. Well, he probably just had plot armor, but let's see, what else was there? Tiff and Mitch. Second they came on screen, I didn't trust them for a second. Though I was wrong. Um, as I was watching, I kept saying, the three of them must be from Manticore or possibly Biosyn. Since Biosyn is confirmed from Jurassic World Dominion, that would have been a nice little plot twist, but I think it's even better that they were big game hunters. Mostly because that is actually something from the lore that has not been shown in the movies, but was officially released that there were big game hunters coming to, I think, Isla Sorna. I'm not entirely sure. I believe the YouTube channel Klayton Furidi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. He's a Jurassic YouTuber. Go subscribe to him because he deserves it, and he is an awesome YouTuber for Jurassic Park stuff. I believe he was the one who mentioned in one of his videos that there were big game hunters coming to Isla Sorna after Jurassic Park 2 or uh, before in between JP3 and Jurassic World. I'm not entirely sure. That sounds about right, but I cannot say what video he said it in, nor if he even said it at all. It just sounds familiar from something from one of his videos. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. Also, the fact that the guy Harp, I think his name was. I don't remember at the moment. I thought for sure he was. If those two were not involved with Manticore or Biosyn, he definitely was. But when he said he was trying to save the kids, I thought maybe he's from InGen. No, he's just a really good guy, and he does have a very nice self-sacrifice moment that I will not say how. But it is very nice. And a little sad. Let's see. Brooklyn was, well, I agreed with her suspicions of Mitch and Tiff. She was right to be suspicious, even though she was more suspicious of Harp than Mitch and Tiff, but still. Good on her for being suspicious. I didn't trust them as soon as they came on screen either. My arm hurts from holding up my phone like this. Let's see. Rexy, much better than season 1. She was only in the VR sequence in season 1, which sucked, but you had to stay in the continuity of Jurassic World. Now, again, it was awesome to see Rexy actually running about the island to a degree, especially in episode 7 and 8, where they really used the T-Rex, which was nice. I didn't spot any Allosauruses, so they must be somewhere else. You know, they teased something at the end of episode 8 for the next season, because I'm pretty sure, I don't think it's confirmed that there's a season 3, though Klayton Fury did mention this, and he made a video on this, that there was a junior novelization that was up. There was a listing for a novelization updated to a website for Camp Cretaceous season 2 and 3. So that was a leak. If I can find the link to that video, I will post it in the description. But I do remember he made that video, because that was within the past couple weeks, so that one's a little more fresher in my mind. Sorry, the angle's gonna change because my arm is tired. And yes, I probably look even worse. What else? Now behind a door, there was something stuck in ice. I wonder if that is the Allosaurus. I highly doubt it. Because, one, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because just another predator, because it's another baryonyx, because there's already baryonyx, there's Rexy, there is 2 separate Ceratosauruses. There's still Toro out there. He didn't kill him, at least as far as I could tell. I mean, he was rolling around the last you see on screen, so it was debatable if he actually died. He did look like he was in pain, but he didn't look like he died. Now, Toro, I'm pretty sure, is actually a girl, but it's just easier to call it a guy because it looks more manly. I don't know. And they always reference Toro to be a boy, so. Um, let's see, what else? Oh, in that freezer area. I don't think that would be an Allosaurus because that just wouldn't be that big of a surprise once season 3 comes out. And also since it's behind a locked door in a secret part of the underground tunnels, I'm just going on theory here. Like I said, I'm recording this right after I finished binging, so I haven't had processes just off the top of my head. It might be another hybrid, like the Indominus Rex, or maybe a prototype of the prototype Indoraptor. Or, now this would be very fan service, I think, but would also be cool for a season 3, the Spinosaurus. Another Spinosaurus. Because that would be awesome. Plus, it was released in concept art for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The Spinosaurus was supposed to be on the island. Originally, they were going to have the T-Rex and Spinosaurus rematch in Fallen Kingdom. But they switched it out for the Carnotaurus and Sinoceratops. Which, yes, with a nicer change because it was two separate dinosaurs fighting, and a rematch between Spino and T-Rex should definitely be saved for a bigger event. So, they do show you something in ice, but it's like a quick glance. I think that was in episode 6 or 7. Now, they don't linger on it too long. It's like only on screen for like maybe 10 seconds. I mean, if you pause it, you could probably stare at it, but you're still not going to understand what it is. It's just basically a gray or black blob in ice. I even paused the episode to look at it for a few minutes. I was like, I can't tell what the hell this is. So, my money's on it's on a Spinosaurus, which would be amazing. From a fan perspective, it would be amazing. This video is going to be long. And I don't even have to edit. I'm just going to post it straight to YouTube. I don't edit. I think it'll be my first post in a while. Now, let's see. It was nice to see the kids surviving, doing the best they could with the materials they had, which was very nice. Now, I believe it was episode 2 or 3. I think it was 2, actually. When they're releasing the dinosaurs from their veterinarian cages. As soon as they showed the Sinoceratops in the cage, I was like, okay, this is very Lost World Hunters camp. It definitely had that vibe to it. Which was nice, and another reference to the Lost World Jurassic Park, which is the best Jurassic Park film. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. I know it. But it is my favorite. So I consider it the best. 1 and 2 are definitely the best. Fallen Kingdom is a good third. Jurassic World is a good fourth. And JP3 is last. I only watch JP3 is if I'm doing a marathon of all 5 movies. Or if that's what my grandmother wanted to watch at the time. Because she, for some reason, liked that one. Maybe because it was a quick hour and a half. I don't know. Now the debate to release the baryonyx between Darius and Sammy. I like how they have their own ideologies. I can see where Sammy's come from. You're releasing all the others. It's not fair to not to release that one. But I also understand Darius' perspective where it's a predator. It's a carnivore. It will eat you if it gets the chance. But when the other 2 baryonyx came along and were acting... I'm pretty sure they're the parents of that one. Just the whole dynamic between the 3, they look and act like the parents to that one. it was sweet to see that. And I do like that Darius did release it because it was the only way they could get away. Well, actually, no. No. He didn't have to release it at all. Well, I guess he kind of did because in the trailers they showed three baryonyx, those three specifically, running through the grass at one point during, I think, the first trailer. I'm not sure. Yeah. So, again, this was, a nice change of heart for him. Baryonyxes didn't cause them too much trouble as much as they did in the lab, which I think was episode 4. 3 or 4. When Yaz, Sammy, and Brooklyn were sneaking into the genetics lab, the mobile lab, which was really scary, and my back was tense the whole time. A lot of tense scenes, a lot of scary scenes reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park and the Lost World, which was very nice, very in touch with its roots, and very Spielberg, I must say. One thing I did not like about Camp Cretaceous Season 2 is sometimes Darius. When he tried to talk like a cool kid, and they would all point it out like, you shouldn't do that. I can actually relate to that because I am not up to speed on how most people my age talk. I'm 26, and I could not fit in with a group of people my age if I tried. So I can kind of relate to Darius there. But again, it was cringy and annoying, but definitely not like a big gripe I'd have with the show. Oh god, I just noticed my neck. I'm fat, okay? I'm gonna have a big neck. Let's see, any other gripes with the show? The animation was pretty good. Well, it's DreamWorks, so yeah. It's gonna look pretty good, especially if it's contracted by Universal. They care about their property. Episode... Which episode was it? Episode 7. It definitely had a callback. Yeah, it was definitely a callback to season 1 of Camp Cretaceous, where they were trying to herd the one Sinoceratops back into the herd, where they're chasing off all the others. It was very reminiscent to that scene. At least to me it was, because I guess they're kind of learning from that mistake that they made during that adventure, which was nice. Ben riding on Bumpy's back once she's full grown. You don't really see anyone riding a dinosaur in Jurassic Park / World. I'm trying to think. Was there a time in any of the movies where they were riding a dinosaur? Jurassic World, you see kids riding a baby dinosaur, but that's in a petting zoo situation. Like, that's not out in the wild riding on a dinosaur like it's a giant elephant or a cow or a horse. I meant to say horse, not cow. But, well, they are technically cash cows. I don't think they've done that ever in Jurassic Park, riding a dinosaur. No, I don't think they did. No, they didn't. So it was nice to see that Ben and Bumpy have such a good relationship like that. Now, Darius says at the end of season 2 that they need to find their own way off the island. Now, how are they going to do that? I think they might try and build a raft, which is the most logical thing that they could try and do. But again, it's a raft against the ocean, and you know they're not going to be able to take Bumpy with them. She's a fully grown Ankylosaurus. Not gonna fit on a raft built by 6 teenagers. I'm curious to see how they get off the island. How they try and get off the island. No appearance of the mosasaur, but lots of mentions of it, especially from Ben. Yeah, he definitely lost his mind a little bit, but considering where he was in season 1, being the scaredy cat, afraid of everything, to where he ended up, this almost grown man in a kid's body sort of thing, where he kept wanting to throw people in the mosasaurus tank. I actually would have liked to have seen that. Like, seriously. I would love to have seen that, but they didn't do it. Maybe a hint for season 3? Maybe. Now, Mitch and Tiff said they didn't know what Darius was talking about with the signal they sent out. But it definitely said signal received.